Hello everybody and welcome back to Red Eagle Politics. Make sure you like this video down below and subscribe to the channel if you are new. So Jim Hagedorn, the congressman from Minnesota's 1st District, he had cancer for a while and he has officially passed away. He wasn't exactly my favorite congressman or anything, but he was still a decent representative. It's sad that he ended up passing, and of course, the New York Times is still going to try to frame him as like a Trump ally because he said like one or two things that they're going to run with and try to sensationalize. But he wasn't like one of the best congressmen in my opinion. But either way, rest in peace, Jim Hagedorn. And now there's a special election that is being called because, as you know, when a congressman that is sitting dies, they will have a special election to replace that congressman, and this is in Minnesota's 1st Congressional District. Minnesota's 1st Congressional District is an R+10 district or so. Cook PVI is R+8, but if you look at how it voted at the presidential level, it voted for Trump by 15 in 2016 and then voted for Trump by 10 in 2020. Because this is a midterm year in a red wave environment, it's very possible that this could vote R+20 in this special election, as special elections are lower turnout than usual. And we understand this, but beyond this point, there already is a race that is starting to brew. There are already candidates that are pouring in this race the day of Jim Hagedorn's passing. Literally, give the guy some time. Like, seriously, it's way too early to actually do this. Like, at least give it a few days. And of course, one of the people that has entered the race is Jim Hagedorn's wife. His wife, on the day that he dies, is literally just so eager to jump in the race because that's who she is. She is a horrendous human being. We're going to get to why in a second, but either way, she's been laughing about Hagedorn's potential death for years. Oh, he'll be gone in a couple of years, she says, laughing, and we'll get into this, but honestly, we got to steer clear of this woman at all costs. This woman's name is Jennifer Carnahan. She was the chairwoman of the Minnesota GOP, and then she was essentially forced to step down for hanging out with and potentially covering up child sex abuse. This is not a drill. This is awful. This is a disaster waiting to happen. And we got to stop this woman at all costs from taking this seat. I don't even know if she would win a special election, regardless of the national environment, because of how bad she is. And I don't want her to. If she wins the primary, I don't want her winning the seat. I don't care if you're going to have a Democrat occupying the seat until November, because it's obvious that in November, it's going to flip back easily. We understand this. And I know it's not something that's popular to say, but when you understand Carnahan's record, it's pretty obvious that it would be the right decision. Now, here's the problem with Carnahan, and I don't think she'll win the nomination at this point, but I'm just saying, please steer clear of this woman if you live in Minnesota. You're just doing yourself a massive favor if you are. So here's the facts about Jennifer Carnahan. This only gets into the half of it, actually. She's never won a statewide office, had zero gain in the federal House and state Senate while she was a GOP chair, never won a single statewide election, and didn't flip the state house as many people originally expected. She also claimed in a phone call, in a very positive light, disturbing way, that her husband would be dead in 2 years, and of course the day that her husband passes away, she jumps in the Senate race. I don't understand how this guy didn't leave his wife, honestly. If you want me to be completely honest with you, that's how awful she is, but she had extremely close ties and co-hosted a podcast with a man who was later indicted on a child sex trafficking charge. This is true. That guy was very well involved in the Minnesota GOP as well. Do you wonder why the Minnesota GOP hasn't won anything? Do you wonder why they've been so pathetic for years and years on end? Well, their leadership is part of the problem and a large part of that reason. Also, she claimed to have paid off the entire state party debt, but then revealed that that was not even true, and they had over $250,000 worth of debt. She also lied and claimed that Republicans told her that she deserved to be paid less than a man, which is not true. Sounds like something you would hear from like a Bernie Sanders staffer or Elizabeth Warren or somebody on the far left, but no, this is your conservative party here. And this is a false, because even though she personally claimed she wanted to be paid less, and then she eventually just paid herself more with that money anyways. So she lied and then took more money anyways. It's just a train wreck. And she also co-hosted a fundraiser with the man who allowed the riots to go on and on, Jacob Fry, Walmart Trudeau, Discount Trudeau, Jacob Fry, that guy. And she only became a Republican in 2016. So she was on the same side as these people for so long. She's literally controlled opposition, if anything. And it goes on and on and on, this thread. Spent over half of the Minnesota GOP budget on a consulting firm based in Virginia that she has close connections with. So she's essentially laundering and funneling money back to herself. And she was the tie-breaking vote on giving her 3 months extra pay after resigning her position, which she stepped down in disgrace. But she just couldn't relinquish this need to screw over the people of Minnesota and the Minnesota GOP anymore. So she still voted and was the tie-breaking vote on giving herself 3 months of extra pay. She also ran for state senate and received 22% of the vote and was accused of creating a toxic workplace during her time as chair. The last one, I mean, that's a common theme in Minnesota politics, given what we see with Klobuchar and her, like, beating up people and just eating salad with a comb. It's a weird workplace up in Minnesota, very weird state, so I'm not too surprised by that. But this is the most telling thing about why I don't believe she's electable, because she ran for state senate and only received 22% of the vote. So this is what it comes down to. There are other candidates jumping in the race. I'm not thrilled with them, but compared to Jennifer Carnahan is honestly a must. It needs to happen. So there's the 1st Congressional District. It's a fairly red-leaning district. It was an Obama-Trump district, and it will stay a red district, if not get redder in ensuing election cycles. And it encompasses some of the more Republican parts of Minnesota, the southern part of the state. Rochester, I believe, is in this district, or at least parts of Rochester. But you also have a lot of rural areas as well in the southern part of the state that are in it. So it should be winnable. It probably will go red by 15 to 20 points if you can get a halfway decent candidate in there. However, if you put up Jennifer Carnahan, she might even lose the seat until November, and I will be happy if she does. I don't care that I am a Republican, sort of, not really. I'm technically a registered independent, but I am a conservative. I'm a part of the conservative movement. Jennifer Carnahan has no place in this movement, even if it means sacrificing that seat, leaving it blank, or giving it to our opposition's hands for like 7 months, and it's just one seat. There's very few votes that have really come down to a tie break anyways, but either way, we're going to get a solid conservative in there come November, hopefully before November. I don't even hope that this is an option, so this is my PSA for in the primary. Please do anything you possibly can to vote against Jennifer Carnahan, and there should really not be any problems, and this seat will remain solidly red for decades to come. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching this video. Please like this video down below, comment down below, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications so you never miss another video. Follow me on social media. The links are all in the description down below. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Red Eagle out.